No, not the song, but actual yoga.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, I pretty much do yoga daily for the most part. I'm sure Jonathan like touches, probably does the same thing for the most part.
Yeah, I go to the gym, but I'll do yoga at the same time. I get up and I do yoga. I'll do yoga throughout the day. Calms me down.
Yeah, or else you get stressed the fuck out.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Nice. So yeah, so Ivan, I want to say thanks appreciate your patience from yesterday, and thanks for stepping on the call. A few things I want to go over. The people from Live in the Gray, Amanda, and those, they are not going to be in the office till after 5 p.m. today. Um, so maybe we wanted to schedule a better time. What they really wanted to go over was they just wanted to pick your brain as far as so they're part of this company called MKG. MKG. Let's see here. MKG. Yeah. So if you go to, I'll put it in the Sneaker Shots channel.
MKG is what it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah. I'll go to the Sneaker Shots channel. So there you go. So they're part of this company right there, right? And they actually have a new app that they're incubating called Live in the Gray 365. Well, there's a company they're incubating that's a handful of people from MKG, and they have an app called Live in the Gray that they're starting off at, or 365Q. So the group is Live in the Gray, and the application is called 365Q. And the intent is really to ask an organization questions, more like from an HR perspective, and to see like what are the commonalities. Because in major corporate offices, like say you have time here in New York City, you may HR is difficult. It's more like let's all get together and have this party just because it feels obligatory, as opposed to it happening organically. Because what really happens is, you might meet the guy, you might talk to the guy or the girl at the desk next to you and say, "Hey, I like Chipotle too. Let's all go out to Chipotle," right?
Yeah.
So they're building an app that pretty much asks organizations questions, and you ask a question like, "Where's your favorite place to eat for lunch?" And then if you work in a large enough organization, like they're used to, because I think MKG has like hundreds of people, if I'm not mistaken, then you might not know if Bob on the third floor likes the same place you like to go to for breakfast, and from that you get that information, and they incentivize it and say like, well, there's 15 people who like Chipotle, like to eat Chipotle for lunch, so Chipotle is on us for this week or something like that. So that's really what they're doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it's trying to build, I guess, synergy within the organization through, I guess, common interests.
Precisely, because traditional HR in corporate offices in this day and age could use a little bit of help in human resources.
Oh, absolutely. I remember when I was interning at Carmeloop, I think I grabbed lunch more times alone, or I actually met up with people from other companies in the area that I was just friends with. I never ever thought like, let me try to get lunch with somebody that is on my floor or whatever.
Exactly, and so that's the whole notion of the business live in the gray, because it's like, why is it always black and white if there's like a work-life balance?
Yeah. Oh,
You
that's
know,
kind of interesting. Yeah, that's cool. That sounds dope.
yeah. So they've been starting off. Noel and I built the app for them. They're probably a collective of about 5 or 6 people, um, and Noel and I helped build an app for them to get them off the ground. And because they're doing a startup residency at Neo, that's the contracting company that we do, that myself, Jonathan, and a few others on the team do work with, and they wanted to pick your brain because they were all over Sneaker Shouts, because we definitely, like, everybody in the office knows about Sneaker Shouts, and they were just going through the site and all of that, and they were like, we would love to pick Ivan's brain, just really to talk with him on like how to start from follower one and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard it. I think Neo actually reached out.
What do you say?
I think Neo reached out maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah.
They connect companies with influencers, right?
No, that's true. That's one of the things they do. That's just one of their verticals.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think that someone from Neo had reached out, and we just couldn't close the deal because I'm just. It's like, man, why go through a middleman when I work with these companies directly already, and I just felt like there's a lot of companies that are doing that right now, connecting influencers to companies.
Interesting.
And I don't want to be one of those brands. Like, if I'm not directly dealing with the company, then it's like, I probably don't want to promote you.
So then, check this out. We might be talking about a different company because Neo is a consulting company. They're a company that builds startups.
It might be different. Yeah, you know what? It's this right here. I'm gonna throw it in the chat. Um, this is the company that had. Yeah, we're talking about different companies.
Got it. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely not that. No, that's Neo Research. We got Neo. Period.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, cool. So
Oh,
I'll check.
Neo Reach. Neo Reach. Interesting. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, so they're this just that's where we work from. I mean, that's pretty much where we have been working day to day, and they have just a bunch of different startup clients and contracts that come through, and we help out on that. That's that's part of the plate that the dev team eats off of. You know. And so the Live in the Gray team is one of the teams that are there, and they're not gonna be in the office till like 5 o'clock. But if you're not available then, like I definitely want to make sure that they at least get on the horn with you maybe for like 10, 15 minutes and pick your brain because they're really anxious to meet you.
I'll block off 5 o'clock for today if you need me to.
All right. Oh, actually 5:30.
Five.
5:30. I just looked at the message now.
All right, so
We'll go
5:30. I'm
5:30.
making note of that. Yeah, I'm pretty much free all night.
Because she has a call at 5 o'clock, 4 p.m. today. Any chance it can be pushed? Otherwise, happy to learn how the call goes from you. Okay, sweet. So then that'll be great. That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. Now, sneaker shouts. What's good?
All right, hold on. I had made some notes yesterday. Let me pull those back up. Um, this is irrelevant. All right, priority. I made like a little priority list. I definitely think we need to get page numbers in there and limit it to like 40, between 40 to 60 products per page. I think my page is slowing down on some LTE networks.
Yeah. What does LTE network mean?
LTE is just like if you're on your phone, you're not connected to Wi-Fi, you're just going through.
Oh, LTE, like the actual network, the digital network.
Well, like I don't have any issues because every time I access my site, I'm on Wi-Fi or I'm on a strong
Right.
connection. But some people have been, tweeting at me saying, that page is taking very long to load.
Yeah, it's
Um,
not very mobile friendly. And that's partially Squarespace, right?
yeah,
So
but
now,
I think it's all those little squares have to load. Because
right.
even when I'm trying to update the page, it's a little slower than usual now because it has to load all the images and.
So can you see my screen?
Let me check. Yeah, I can.
All right, so I'm going to open up the developer console here. This is stuff that Monte and I were going with. So the page is still loading right now, right? That's one area that I'm a little concerned about. Like, it's still loading right now. And
Yeah.
then shoes are coming through. And if you look at the timeline here, or the network tab, let's see. You see down here in the bottom left, the requests?
Yeah.
So wait for it. So it's still loading these. Like some screenshots you're probably taking and stuff like that. So it's over. So there's close to 300 requests on this page. Now, the 7.6 megabytes, that's not a bad total size.
Yeah.
However, the way the web works, like 300 requests. See, there's kind of nothing you can do about the number of requests because each one of these images is a request in and of itself, right?
Yeah.
So like, here's one right here. If I click on it, there's the preview. There's the shoe that's coming down.
Yep.
Let's see what the size of this thing is. What is the size of that guy? I see. So this is interesting. This is the shoe that you got a screenshot of. and this is the size of the thumbnails. So
Yeah.
one area that we could there's a few solutions. So when you're dealing with the web, there's a whole bunch of approaches. Number one, we got a ton of requests. I don't think we can get around that because each individual shoe is a different link and shoe in and of itself. Correct?
Yep.
Right. So we're not going to get around a number of requests. Maybe we can get around the actual file size. I want to say, um, because these are thumbnails, but I know the strategy. You're probably going and doing a screenshot of a larger shoe and then putting it in here and doing grid layout. But these images are all like 8 times larger than they're displaying as. So how to get those to be a thumbnail is a good question to ask, and the reason why is because thumbnails are just smaller images.
Yeah. And it'll appear the same.
Exactly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So look at this. This shoe right here, if I remove the width and the height, because there's an explicit width and height, I bet you it. Yep. See, that's the real size of the shoe.
Yeah.
And every byte really counts. So the weight of the image. When I say weight, that's like what file size it is.
Yep.
The weight of the image is still heavy no matter what we make the width and the height to. So maybe getting the weight of each image down. That's an interesting thing to think about. I'll have to talk to the dev team with that to see what are the options we can have, because what's really happening is it's almost like you need some sort of service that, like, you already have the bit.ly that's redirecting to the foot site. It's almost like you need some sort of service that does like thumbnailing or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe there are. See, the thing is that those services, you'll either put this image in there and it'll spit out a thumbnail. We don't want to do that. That doubles your work. Then there's other services where it's like you give it the URL where the shoe is or where the image is, and it'll give you a thumbnail. But I don't see why those would be free. Let's take a look here.
I mean, I don't even think that, that's one side of the problem. I guess the other problem is it's displaying 300 something shoes on that one page.
Yes. So that's what I see. That's why we pair, Ivan, because the reason why you pair and have calls like this is because with two brains, then you don't get into the problem of overthinking it.
Yeah. So it's like, what if we just cut it down to 40, 50 shoes per page? Well, it's 4 rows, so 40, say like 52 shoes per page, and now it's only going to do 50 requests. I think it might load a little nicer.
Now, I guess another question is, and this is a business decision, is the goal to have a bunch of shoes, or like what's the row and column count?
Well, you figure I did 4 because I think Instagram got it right.
Got it.
I'm gonna trust Instagram.
Got it.
But they do 4. They do the 4x4 layout. And in terms of how many shoes, I don't think people are gonna scroll to the end. So
Definitely not.
I think what people want to see is the most recent. So if I'm adding on average anywhere from 4 to 10 shoes a day, if you show 52 or even 60 something shoes, that's at least 3 to 4 days of recent releases on one page.
Instagram's 3, homeboy.
Oh, it's 3. You know what? That's on mobile, huh? What about on the app?
Because that's just so attractive. Oh God! All right, what about on the app? Yeah, the app is I don't know. That's a good question. You tell me.
It's 3 on the app.
And there you have it.
I mean, should I go 3 on mine? Probably.
See, the thing that's interesting though is that, like, you got to be careful though, because from a business perception, like,
Yeah.
this shoe right here, what if this is the shoe that I like really want? You know what I mean? And if it's 3 on the app, now it takes from
Yeah.
the.
Yeah. No, I kind of like the 4 setup. I mean, I'm glad I got it wrong.
Got it. That's awesome. You don't know what you don't know, and it looks like you aimed right, so that's good.
Yeah. So I just think, like, all right, now here's the second problem. If you scroll down all the way to the bottom, all right, you see how that Jordan is the last shoe? right now. The first shoe I put in.
Yep.
I'm gonna share my screen for a second.
Okay.
Entire screen share. You guys can see my screen?
Not yet.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
All right. So when I actually go in there, let's see, home. Gotta go to pages. All right. When I actually go in there, it takes forever to load.
Loading those shoes now?
Well, it's gonna load the little section where I can edit. It might just be my connection too. I'm far away from the router.
Now there's something that's hooking in immediately when that page loads up that's making it load, that's taking forever for it to load.
It takes forever now to update the actual shoe section.
Now
I gotta
yeah, I was looking at the code that we did, and I was because we did some tests on the code that we put in there, and it's definitely not that. Because I was a little concerned when you were like, man, the page load is slow, and I was like, oh goddamn, and we went and made sure that it wasn't our script, so we took it out, and it literally is just the sheer amount of shoes.
Yeah, this is where I put in the shoes and put in the Bitly links. So now if I scroll to the bottom of this, the last shoe it shows me is this Kobe, so I can't even delete the Jordan unless I delete other stuff first.
Are you serious? No, you're pushing the limit of the grid. That's definitely what's happening.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think this is the ideal limit for the grid.
You're definitely pushing the limit to the grid. That's exactly what's going on. So I was talking with someone that works a ton with Squarespace, and they were asking me if you had a developer account.
I have no clue.
All right, let me go look this up.
I know I have I have one of the top accounts in terms of, well, I mean, we can go look at my plan.
Yeah, that's what you want to look for. Get started, developer Squarespace. Squarespace.
Hey guys, I'm gonna probably hop out of this. I'll send you guys a new invite for the 5:30 meeting.
Okay, that's what's up. Appreciate it.
And basically, Rashawn, all you gotta do is just start the broadcast and just end it. You just gotta sign into the SneakyHead account.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, we'll figure out a way to automate that too, Jonathan. Because
no, I'll put it on air. It's all good. I got you.
Yeah, that's what's up. Now, do remember the goal is to figure out how to do it and then automate it. Because like Jonathan at Airpair now, he realized that him starting what you're doing right now, he was doing, and then he realized, wow, I could just write a program to let the people who want to have a meeting start up to hang out and have it recorded. So let that sit in. Let that sit in, bro.
All right. Yo, nice. All right.
That's what you got a dev channel for, man. It's all about automation.
Okay, so I'll hit y'all. I mean, we got the founders meeting later, so I'll hit y'all up later, Rashawn. And peace, Ivan.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, peace.
Thank you.
Yep.
You ever here looking at this developer? It seems like Squarespace has a developers section or something like that.
So my current plan,
yeah,
it says I have a developer platform.
You have a developer platform?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, Ivan. That's a good noise. That's not a bad noise. That solves everything, man.
All right, that's good to hear.
Because we don't have to we're kind of like MySpace developing here. You know what I mean?
I think that's my fault. I didn't make it clear that you guys can go in here and actually develop or code.
No, it's totally fine. This is an iterative process for one, and this is a long-term relationship for two. You know what I mean? Like, we're growing together. We talked about that last time we talked, you know? So that's awesome. I didn't know that there was a developer platform until my guy told me about it like a week ago. So it didn't matter if he told me anyway. You know what I mean? I didn't even know what it was. And now that we know that you have a developer platform, that tells see this, you don't know what you don't know, and you've been riding around with SneakerShouts in first gear, and you got 6 gears as far as the things you can. I'm just saying, you know what I
So
mean?
my training's fucked.
Yeah. Well, you know, the best part is look how far you got in first gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should kick it up to second though, because what that'll do is we can then create our own grids and all of that stuff, and we don't have to rely on Squarespace's stuff, and that we have total control of all of that. Then we
Yeah. So you guys can have all the login information. I don't know how to access that.
you're that's why you're in the SneakyHead channel, man. You don't have to worry about that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, so developer mode here. So I guess
Here it is.
read more. Well, I got professional account, so we should have that. If I need to bump it up to
You know, you definitely got all of that stuff, man, for sure. Yeah, I know exactly what to do now. The best part about that is that now I can edit. Or this site can now be edited on a personal computer, not up on the web.
Okay, cool.
From a developer perspective, like that's all you need because you can just then create anything. It's almost like having a blank canvas.
Yeah. So at least we know what we want it to look like, and now we can actually add those bells and whistles.
Exactly. What I was thinking is maybe we'll see what we can do, but maybe what do you think about infinite scrolling? Do you know about that?
Infinite scrolling? I have no clue.
Yeah, do a search for infinite scrolling on Google.
You know, the other thing I was going to tell you, and you might actually have some insight on this. I can't spell today, man. You might have some insight on this. Is, you know, when I'm thinking about adding, you know, the page numbers, what that does is every time they go to the next page, it adds another page view, which helps my Alexa ranking ranking on Alexa.
Oh, got it. Well, we can fudge those numbers. I mean, not fudge them to the most part, but we can say, okay, we're looking at the next page. Send a hit to Alexa.
I got you. Well, let me look at YouTube video.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you know what's good about now that we know we have this developer platform is I want to actually show you in a second what I've been working on next. I haven't introduced it yet, but I kind of just been.
All right, hey guys, this is Daniel Grisdiglia from.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle or something like that.
Yeah.
Keep going. There's code. You don't want to look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Go back, and then go back to the web search, and then look at the like Tumblr is the perfect example of that. Go to the web search.
Go to tumblr.com.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say go back because you had infinite scrolling, and then it said Tumblr in the first web search.
For
Google.
Got you. Let me go back.
Yeah, get rid of YouTube. And by the way, you don't have to, when you're looking on videos, you just type the video, click the video tab. It's the same thing as putting YouTube at the end of the search.
Yeah.
So now let's see here. Scroll up a little bit. And for the scroll, where does it say Tumblr? Keep going down. That's infinite scrolling websites. How about that? No, it says it down below. Get rid of that. It's like the 5th or 6th link down. That's infinite.